Hey guys, check it out. You're watching Jonathan Clarke on YouTube. Oh no. Hi girls, you'll never guess what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to learn how to say I love you in zombie tongue. It is actually quite difficult. Ever since I heard them say it in Zombies 4 Dawn of the Vampires, I've always wanted to be able to say that, specialize in saying that in the zombie language. But I haven't quite mastered it yet. I'll let you know how that goes. I want to say thank you so much to everybody who has subscribed to this YouTube channel over the past few days. It has been quite an experience that I will never ever forget. Being a fan of Descendants and Zombies for the last 10 years has been an experience that I know has forever impacted my life and forever left an imprint on my heart that I will never ever forget and I will always cherish because of each and every one of you. Because one of the greatest challenges as a YouTube creator is uploading videos for a specific niche and your niche falling in love with you because of the content that you create. And for every single person who hits the subscribe button or hits my like button even just once, it says I love you in so many unbelievable and unimaginable ways, and I can never thank you enough for that. Because I am a guy who believes the words I love you are never said enough or heard enough, and that forever does really exist, even though sometimes people are not encouraged that forever does exist, because it's often been said that nothing lasts forever. But I truly believe that for the passion that has brought us all together, Descendants and Zombies will last forever. It will really last an eternity, and it will stand the test of time. I know that Legends in the Making was a very powerful song that opened up Zombies 4 Dawn of the Vampires because Addison and Zed believed that their legacies were going to make them Legends in the Making. And I really believe that this show will secure the future of my legacy and allow me to go down as one of the greatest of all time. But I don't want to go down as the greatest of all time without all of you, because you are what's credited to having made me such a huge star overnight. Thank you so much for all the love and support you've shown this YouTube channel, and I hope that if you have not subscribed to this YouTube channel, you will. I don't know where Ruby Rose Turner is out there in the world today, but I want Ruby to know that I love her so much. Ruby became my favorite Descendants character for how kind she was. Ruby's exemplification of kindness really inspired me to be a better person. And it's because of Ruby that I actually am a kinder person. I was always kind, but I wanted to be ultimately kind. I wanted to be beyond kind, because I wanted to treat others the way that I wanted to be treated. And even though sometimes some people just don't get that, because they pass by you and they never say hi, I've just wanted to be kind to every single person that I ever encountered to make them feel inspired. Kind of like you guys. You guys have been my light out of darkness every single time that I could never make sense of what was going on in my life, what was happening around me. And it's been that way for 25 years. We have had this friendship that I would never trade or sacrifice for anything. I would do anything in the world to help each and every one of you, but I would never sacrifice our friendship and our bond, because it's something that I cherish and will forever and always cherish and hold close to my heart. It will forever and always hold a special place in my heart. Kind of like how Zombies and Descendants have created some of the greatest friendships of all time. Dove Cameron, Sophia Carson, Kylie Cantrell, Mila Baker, Milo Manheim, and Meg Donnelly, which is a friendship that I think is never given enough credit, because Milo Manheim and Meg Donnelly's friendship is absolutely beautiful. There was even a point in time where they actually lived together. And you're saying to yourself, hey, Jonathan Clarke, you really know a lot about Descendants and Zombies. You even knew that Meg Donnelly and Milo Manheim lived together. Yeah, I know. They lived together for a few years. But it was because of a friendship they had. They were nothing more than friends. But they did live together for a few years, and they became very bonded because of Descendants and Zombies. It's very beautiful what Descendants and Zombies has created and how many people have felt inspired by Descendants and Zombies through the powerful music, the powerful script, how every dream could have been possible for anybody, because I know how it goes. Oftentimes, even in school, your teachers will discourage you from forever being a reality for you or your dreams becoming a reality. I had a real jackass as a teacher in grade 10. His name was Ted, and he passed away a couple of years ago after an extensive battle with cancer, but he was a real asshole. Every morning I would walk into my class and he would say, dreams can never come true for anybody. Dreams can never become a reality. You just have to aspire to be something better in life than what you already are. And then the fact of how he had to die one day unquestionably entered his life after he found that he was diagnosed with cancer. He passed away just about 5 years ago. He did teach me a lot of valuable life lessons, though, from grade 10 through 12 after I graduated high school. I never did forget any of the lessons he taught me, but he was a very to-the-point kind of guy. But that's just an example of how teachers can even try to bring you down from your dreams becoming a reality. That's why when I created the show, when I first launched it, I never ever wanted to take anybody's dreams away from them. You know, there are girls out there that will even look at girls younger than what they are and tell them that Disney princesses aren't a reality, and you can never find your true love. I had a friend who for years struggled with her identity and struggled with the fact that Disney princesses were just seeming to look flawless and perfect for no reason. I have no idea where she is out in the world today. She lives a couple of hours away from me, but we broke off contact, and one of the reasons why is because she never accepted Disney princesses such as Aurora, The Little Mermaid, Ariel, Snow White as beautiful characters that could inspire people to become just as beautiful or be even more beautiful than what they are. And I think Descendant stars have done a fabulous job encouraging people that they can be beautiful as what they are, and that life definitely is sweeter when all of us make an effort to do it, because life just isn't sweet. And it's never the world. It's the people in the world that make the impact and the significant difference in somebody's life that really spreads a message of kindness that ultimately is far more powerful than any of us ever realize. Because just a simple gesture of saying hello to somebody when nobody else said hi to them. You could be that one girl, think about this, that says hi to a girl who just is looking for a friend. And then the two of you hit it off and you're friends because of Descendants or Zombies or something like video games or doing your nails or picking out your favorite outfit. It is truly unbelievable how much of an impact and how much of a difference you can make on somebody's life. I had a really good friend who celebrated her birthday just yesterday, and she reached out to one of her friends, and the two of them reconnected after almost 10 years of not having talked. They talked periodically, but not as much as they were throughout their childhood. And they missed each other so much, and as I was reading down through the comments, it got me to thinking about how powerful the Descendants of Zombies friendships are, like Dove Cameron, Sophia Carson, Kyle Contrell, Mila Baker, Kyle Contrell, Ruby Rose Turner, and all of us. Because we are closer than ever before because of Descendants of Zombies. And while these two friends never talked for years, they reconnected for a brief moment and brought back so many fond memories of their childhood. And it was really heartwarming for me because I had supported her for all of my life. I had known her all of my life. And while she still has a long way to go, it's really heartwarming for me to know that because I love her, she has the support of her friends who have never ever quit on her. Because I've always believed that if you have two really good friends in your life, just two really good friends, or even just one really good friend, and you keep that friend for your entire life, you can really go the distance and you can really make magic happen. Because magic really is real. Magic has forever and always been a reality and an escape from me. I've always wanted to open up my own magic shop like Mr. Sardo from the Are You Afraid of the Dark reboot a couple of years ago that Mila Baker starred in as a member of the Midnight Society, although I never got around to doing it. And I've always wanted to work at something really great, like being a full-time YouTube creator as opposed to working at Poe's Noodle Shop, which you guys can make a reality if you were to hit my subscribe button and be so kind to do so. I know that a lot of people favor my Descendants videos over my Zombies videos, but I think both franchises are equally as powerful because over time, Zombies does accumulate so many views and just as much attention as what Descendants has. Which is why I really appreciated how Zombies had the honor of sharing the stage with Descendants for the Worlds Collide tour. It was a beautiful production and one of my all-time favorite concerts ever put off by Disney and ever collaborated. It was far more intriguing than the Jonas Brothers Hannah Montana Best of Both Worlds concert experience a few years ago that was done in 3D. It was a movie experience, but it was also a world tour that was expected to be one of the biggest Disney did of all time, and unquestionably it was. But I think that the Descendants Zombies Worlds Collide tour blew this one out of proportion and blew it out of the water. And I say that with no disrespect about how mermaids will see their introduction into the Zombies franchise for the first time by 2027, or at least that's what the release window is suggesting. I'm questioning that because that seems like a real huge gap in between the releases of Zombies movies. I think that you can easily get away with releasing a new Zombies movie, Zombies 5, by 2026. If anything, and have a 2-year release window for it, just as you've had a 2-year release window for Descendants, with the third of the original trilogy being pushed from July to the first week in August, which was August 2nd, 2019. I remember when the finale of the original Descendants trilogy happened. Cameron Boyce passed away just after they filmed the movie, and after it premiered, they included a tribute with the movie, and it was so beautiful. But I think that Cameron Boyce deserved a hell of a lot better than what he got from his peers, from people who respected him. And I think you guys were the ones who respected him the most. It seemed like Dove Cameron and Sophia Carson's emotions were all over the place, and they didn't really even know what to say for tributes. The tributes were beautiful, but your guys' tributes were far more beautiful and far more compelling I think, as a fan of Descendants and Zombies than I've ever seen in my life from any star who knew him personally. No matter if you're talking about Peyton List from Bunked, no matter if you're talking about Sophia Carson and Dove Cameron from Descendants fame. I think that everybody remembered Cameron Boyce in a very unique way, but I think his memory will live on forever and eternally because of this channel, and more so because of each and every one of you, because some of your tributes have been absolutely fabulous and very heartwarming. It just goes to show how short life is and how valuable life is. I've often said that time is the most precious commodity that we are allocated, because the time that we are allocated, we don't know how much time we have left. So because we don't know how much time we have left, we have to value every single second, every single moment of our life, and spend it with the ones that we cherish so much and think so deeply over. I've often wished that I was in possession of a pocket watch, which was the original title of Descendants: The Rise of Red, Descendants for the Pocket Watch. I wish I was in possession of a pocket watch to just travel back in time and experience my life with the ones that I love that are no longer here. I have no parents, I have no grandparents, I'm not very close-knit with my sister, which I wish I was. But if I could go back in time, I think I would spend more time with the ones I love just to say, I love you a little bit more. Because those words never travel far enough. And when they do travel far enough, you're very blessed. You're very fortunate. And you're very fortunate to have the ones that love you for forever and eternally in your life. I've seen this with my own two eyes. And I've seen some of those beautiful friendships derive from Descendants. Even people that I don't even know are bonding as we speak because of Descendants and Zombies. Perhaps on some discussion forum, some chat website, Facebook, social media, or just in everyday appearances that you see at the park or the playground or at school. People are just bonding over a friendship, a mutual understanding of Descendants and Zombies. First time I saw that was in 2015 when Descendants was first released. 3 girls became friends from out of nowhere that I was looking after. And they became friends, and they're still friends, and they're like 25 now. I saw that 10 years ago, and I couldn't believe it. How much of a profound impact Descendants and Zombies could have on a person's life. For instance, my life. I'm almost 40. Next year in 2026, I will celebrate my 40th year, and I've been a huge fan of Descendants and Zombies for the better part of 10, 15 years. And I love it so much because I moved into a home near a soda plantation and a chemical plant just so I could feel what it was like to be a part of the zombies experience and live in a world where humans and zombies could potentially coexist. And I've never believed Google about telling me that zombies and humans can't coexist in the one world, or nothing could ever happen about a zombie apocalypse breaking out. If they were to listen to the sirens and the fire trucks every night outside my window, which is conveniently left open every night. When I shoot a video tonight, I'll probably have it left open. But if they were to listen to all the chaos outside my home, they would say for sure a zombie apocalypse is happening on that island. Fortunately enough, though, the wildfires did not cause a severe zombie breakout a couple of days ago. There were a total of 3 wildfires and a severe thunderstorm just a couple of nights ago. And if you join me for my zombies video, it was very appropriate that a severe thunderstorm actually commenced during my shooting of that video where I was reviewing Zombies 4, Dawn of the Vampires. I've created many of them, but never before during a severe thunderstorm. So it just goes to show how far I will go before each and every one of you, above and beyond the requirements of a YouTube creator. Because I'm sure Meg Donnelly's boyfriend, her man, Drake Rogers, would have shut off his video feed if he was in the middle of a severe thunderstorm a couple of nights ago. And that was severe. Just under 2 weeks ago that happened. I was involved in a lot of really scary situations on the water at sea where I thought I was going to get lost. And I was also involved in a lot of scary situations with thunderstorms when I lived up in the Yukon for a number of months of my life and a number of years. But never before had I witnessed a severe thunderstorm quite like that, ever. I thought stuff was blowing up outside my house. Shit was really going to hit the fan. But each and every one of you loved the video so much that it eventually made its way out into the YouTube recommendation system. And I have each and every one of you to thank for that. I had no doubt in my mind that it would find its way out into the YouTube recommendation system. But it just goes to show how far your videos can actually inspire somebody and how much of a heart it can touch. Because Zombies and Descendants has taught us so many valuable life lessons about how every dream that you have can become a reality. And what I mean by that is I really don't care what your dream is. Every dream that a person has can and will happen for you. All you have to do is really put your dream in action. I know that's stealing a quote from one of the lyrics of one of the songs of Victorious, the show's theme song. Put your dream in action, make it shine. Because that's really what you got to do. Put your dream in action and just hope for the best. Because really, there are no limitations to a person's dream. There are just people in this lifetime time that will always find a way of holding us back from our dreams. And I've never ever wanted to take that away from anybody or stand in the way of somebody out there realizing their dreams. Because some dreams that people have are actually beautiful. Some people even go as far as to finding their true love because of a dream that they share and they are so proud of. And I don't see anything wrong with that at all. I don't see anything wrong with how Peyton List was somebody's favorite star years ago because of Jesse and Bunked. I don't see how there was anything wrong with Dove Cameron ever being such a huge inspiration to so many people because of Liv and Maddie, which was a huge TV series that I loved so much from 2013 to 2017, a series that was very short-lived. I don't see anything wrong with people feeling very inspired by Ruby Rose Turner because I wish every night of my life Ruby was here to help me make sense of life because Ruby is just a beautiful person and she's just so genuinely kind. I've often praised Ruby for her kindness because Ruby is somebody that really has inspired me to be a kinder person. And yes, I apparently am suffering from a zombie infection. I go and get blood work done every couple of weeks and nothing ever surfaces. You try shooting like 4 or 5 videos a day and see what happens to you. You'll know what I'm talking about. But I love creating all these videos for each and every one of you because I really think that Descendants and Zombies is never talked about enough. It's never talked about enough with enough prestige and enough appreciation for what the franchise has really done for us all. It's inspired us to be stronger. It's inspired us to be tougher. It's inspired us to be friends more so with our friends that we probably haven't talked to in a really long time. I've experienced this firsthand, and I think it's quite lovely. I love putting the time behind creating these videos for each and every one of you, and I haven't looked back since. Ever since I first showed up in Oregon and attended Oregon Prep, let me say it that way, for the very first time, you girls have welcomed me into your niche with open arms, an open heart, an open mind, if you would, and allowed me to talk about Descendants and Zombies with an open heart and an open mind after having welcomed me into your niche. And allow me to say this. It has been an honor and a privilege to be in your presence, to be able to talk about Descendants and Zombies with such honor and such prestige. I can only wish there were more fans of Descendants and Zombies out there that did exist. And perhaps there are that have yet to find this channel. So if you hit the subscribe button, what will happen is more people can find these videos, more people can feel inspired, and that's exactly what I want. That's precisely what I want to have happen. So if you hit the like button, you hit the subscribe button, you will force this YouTube channel out into the YouTube algorithm. More videos will be recommended, and more people can find this channel. This channel is well on its way to becoming the most popular Descendants and Zombies YouTube channel on YouTube, because the way it is there are people uploading Descendants and Zombies videos, but they're not uploading enough. And they're not uploading in quantity, so the YouTube channel doesn't even seem like it's themed around Descendants and Zombies like it's been allowed. I think that if you're creating Descendants and Zombies videos, you have to do what you promised your fans. And if you promised your fans a lot of Descendants and Zombies videos, you can at least upload one Descendants and Zombies videos every day. It doesn't matter how you talk about it. It's just people, I genuinely think people are just kinder because of Descendants and Zombies, and they are better people because of Descendants and Zombies. So they really don't care how the franchise is talked about it unless you say something outrageous about it. You have to really put your heart. I think one of the greatest honors is really putting your heart into what you say about Descendants and Zombies, and that's why I've loved talking about it so much, because I think a lot of people never do put their heart into talking about Descendants and Zombies as much as what they probably should. They just give reactions about the music. They rank the songs, rank the scenes, rank their favorite moments, and discuss it in perhaps a 10-minute long video if it's not a reaction video that runs anywhere from 5 to 7 minutes. I think that, I think a lot of people are really proud of this franchise and really honored to be a part of it. Maybe not as a columnist like yours truly, but as just a fan, because fans are the reason why all of this happened. Fans are the reason why we're at the point that we're at, where people are so proud to be fans of Descendants and Zombies and wouldn't have it any other way. I know for a fact that this is a memory that I will forever and always cherish, and I will never ever want to let go of it when the time comes. I've always had a fear of dying and having my legacy being forgotten about, but I know with thousands of people always and forever subscribing to this YouTube channel, that will never happen, and that will never become a reality for me. If anything becomes a reality or anything ever surfaces, it will be that I will go down in history for having been one of the greatest of all time to have ever done it, and to have ever talked about Descendants and Zombies and presented it in a way where any dream is possible for anybody, which is something I've never ever wanted to take away for anyone. I love hearing stories about how people accomplish their dreams, how people set out to accomplish their goals, set goals for themselves, and accomplish them. Because one thing you will learn if you're doing an enterprise educational course is that you have to set a goal and you have to put things in place to accomplish that goal, no matter how much time you have to put into accomplishing that goal. And I think that Descendants of Zombies has done a fabulous job illustrating that and persuading us to accomplish every dream and every goal that we set for ourselves. And I have a huge thank you to say to everybody who has ever supported Descendants of Zombies and contributed to the creation of something absolutely beautiful that has inspired so many people from all walks of life. Because it's not just one age demographic watching Descendants of Zombies. There are people watching Descendants of Zombies who were now in high school, who were just 7 or 8 years old when the first Zombies movie came out in 2018. I remember seeing the very first Zombies movie and being absolutely enthralled by what the movie talked about, what it discussed, how a human and a zombie could fall in love and coexist in the same world, no matter how outrageous the conditions, no matter what they were faced with. They were standing up in the face of adversity, and they overcome everything. And how Descendants inspired us that one can fall in love with somebody and find their true love, and it can last eternally, because happiness does exist, and happily ever after always has existed, forever and always. I've never ever wanted to take that away from anybody. I know a lot of people do tend to take that away from you and discourage you from your hopes and dreams ever becoming a reality, but don't let them. Shy away from these other YouTube channels and subscribe here, because you will not regret being a part of this YouTube channel. So tonight, I will be back with a new video for you. I will upload one just shortly after the sun sets and throughout the night. So I've got 2 more videos on the way, at least I hope. Thank you so much for being so incredibly supportive of every video that I've uploaded on this YouTube channel, by the way. Some way, somehow, all these videos are finding their way out into the YouTube algorithm. And I have each and every one of you to thank for that, for hitting the like button as many times as you have, no matter what the theme. For always hitting the subscribe button, which I can never seem to get enough of. Every single time I come home from Booster Juice after being depressed, the guy who owns Booster Juice's actual name is not Booster, I see how somebody subscribes. And it really warms my heart, because there's no greater feeling in the world than seeing an appreciation for a video that you may have created or you may have uploaded a couple of hours ago. And every time I sign into my YouTube channel, the analytics don't lie, and the analytics show that you guys love these videos. So I honestly don't know where I'd be without each and every one of you. I have a profound thank you to say to each and every one of you. And I have a profound thank you to say to people like Clarke and Ruby Rose Turner for carrying the torch of Descendants after having it passed to them in such a fabulous and really remarkable way. Because I don't think anyone would have been able to do it the way they have and inspire so many people the way that they have. Ruby Rose Turner became a machine. She became so strong, so fearless. She didn't care what anybody thought of her. Clarke did the same. Clarke has abs in places most people don't even have muscles. So if anything, I think a lot of girls are inspired to become stronger and to really stand up for what they believe in, or at least one can only hope that a girl is now inspired to be stronger and take no for an answer. Because I think more girls now are more independent, if anything. Maybe a guy doesn't see them for what their true worth is, but they do. And that's all that matters. If they can get through every situation because they're stronger and more fearless now, then I have a lot of respect for them. Because a lot of people will try to hold them down, but because of Descendants of Zombies and the profound impact and imprint it's left on their heart, they're taking no for an answer and finally standing up for what they believe in because they feel encouraged. And that is one thing that I've never ever wanted to take away from anybody. I just want to say thank you so much to everybody for having supported this YouTube channel as much as what you have. I honestly don't know where I would be without each and every one of you. You got to believe me, it is a real honor to be able to sit behind this podcast microphone and talk about Descendants of Zombies the way that it's been meant to be talked about for what feels like forever. And I look forward to doing this again this evening and again throughout the night because these videos, as far as I'm concerned, touch everybody's hearts. And this is, no matter how many subscribers I have, a little under 3,000, this is the most powerful Descendants of Zombies YouTube channel that you can ever subscribe to or ever want to be a part of. So if you've wanted the Descendants of Zombies podcast on YouTube or any social media streaming service, you've got it here, and you've found that hero in me. Thank you so much for allowing me to have been your hero for what feels like an eternity. And if you could allow me to be the voice of Descendants of Zombies for just a little while longer, I think we're going to have a good time, and we're going to have a whole lot of fun on this YouTube channel because you will find your light. I've often said there is never enough kindness seen in this world, but you can make a consistent effort to spread your own message of kindness however you spread it. I really don't care how you spread kindness. Just show it to somebody who you feel may like to see a little bit of extra kindness in their life, because kindness really does go a long way. Thank you from my heart to yours for having made me the voice of Descendants and Zombies for what feels like forever. Having said that, be kind to one another. Bye, YouTube. We will do this again in just a few hours from now, because kindness really does go a long way.